England 0, and I suppose, Ray Wilkins, if it stays like that, we should be laughing.
We'll be absolutely delighted, yes, Matt, but it's been a tough game for us. I think the Dutch have played exceptionally well. They keep the ball very well, and I think that's the main difference between the two teams. They've kept the ball very well, and we seem to have given it away rather cheaply.
Let's have a look at the match facts and figures for the first half anyway, and the Dutch just shading it.
Yeah, they are just shading it, 7-6. I think that's a bit kind to England. I think overall the Dutch have been by far the better side.
After 10 minutes, Trevor, we really thought we'd have our work cut out to at least stay in this game because the Dutch really dominated.
Yes, we did want the chance really to afford a Bergkamp, and it did. I think this season at Inter Milan he's struggled a little bit. He's only scored 3 goals. Last year at Ajax he was scoring these type of chances. It's a great pullback from Overmars, and you really expect, here it is, you really think that from that situation there he should at least hit the target.
Ray, do you think we could have expected an onslaught for the first part of the match anyway?
Most definitely. I said before the game that we'd be in for a bit of a time the first 20 minutes, and it's proved so. They're a very, very good team, very talented outfit.
OK, David Platt, we can always rely on to score a few goals. He came pretty close when we got ourselves back into the game, didn't he?
Yes, David Platt's always going to get himself into goal-scoring positions. He takes that well, goes away from Ronald Koeman. He's got himself in a bit of a bad angle, but he shoots, and that's a good save at the near post.
We can look at just a couple of moments later. Paul Merson got close here, Ray.
Yes, this was absolutely fantastic from Merson. He uses great body strength there to go round De Wolf. And as he attacks Koeman, Koeman isn't the fastest player in the world. Goes round him very neatly indeed. And his drive isn't too far off, but that was vintage Paul Merson. A few more of those we need in the second half.
Trevor, can you see signs of what Graham Traylor has been trying to achieve in this game?
Oh, most certainly, yes. I think the forwards have come close on 1 or 2 occasions, and I would think they'll be encouraged by that. What's impressed me, though, has been the movement of the Dutch players. You know, on the forward line, they've got some outstanding forwards, and I think that our back four have worked extremely hard to try and keep us in the game.
I think in about the 25th minute, we had 3 chances in the space of a minute. I really thought we were going to go 1 up here. Have a look at those incidents now.
Yeah, we did. It was a great shot from Tony Doriga, and I think it catches Tony Adams on the end of the wall and cannons off the upright, but that was a good... There you see Graham Taylor jumping out the dugout. I think he thought that one was in.
Coming up the second incident here, and this is Tony Adams having a shot cleared off the line.
Well, I think this is probably our best chance. As you can see there, Tony's first touch takes him wide. He can't get the shot in. It's a little chip, and off the line it is.
And this is an almighty scramble, right?
Yes, this is an almighty scramble, and I think the ball eventually comes out to Merce. And he's battling his way to get the ball across. But it's a good effort from him. It was hard for him. He was surrounded by 3 players. But we'd like to see a bit more of Paul Merson doing that, I think. OK, he did well, but Frank Rijkaard did exceptionally well. They said the goal was offside. What do you reckon, Trevor?
Well, I think we had a little bit of luck there. I think one of the features of the game, as I said, has been the movement of Rijkaard and Bergkamp. And when Rijkaard made that run, Sharp couldn't pick him up. And I felt that we got a little bit of luck because the linesman made a wrong decision.
OK, we're going to look at it in a minute, but I suppose if you're going to get through to a World Cup finals, you need breaks like this.
You need your luck, Matt, you certainly do, and that was a good bit of luck for us, and hopefully long may it continue in the second half. OK, in any minute now we'll see this chance, and I suppose this is one that Dick Advocaat will rue should England win tonight.
Well, you see Rijkaard there just going past Sharp. Sharp doesn't see him. Well, we can't really see from there whether it was offside or onside. But I felt at the time that it was definitely onside. So
a let-off for England. It remains 0-0. If it stays 0-0 after 90 minutes, well, I think we'll be smiling. Let's find out how we get on in the second half, live and exclusive in a couple of moments. Welcome back to the delightfully noisy Feyenoord Stadium here in Holland, where the score is Holland 0, England 0. Now down in the players' tunnel, Jim Rosenthal is talking to the injured England captain, Stuart Pearce.
Stuart, what's your view of the first half?
I think for a game of this importance, it's been very open. I think there's been plenty of chances in it, and well, luckily, most of the better ones have fallen to us, I think.
I think there's a feeling, having looked at it, that the Dutch goal was onside. What was your view of it?
I was level with it, and I thought it was a mile offside. I think everyone in England will appreciate it was a mile offside as well, so that's as far as it goes.
But Tony Doriga, who's playing in your place, has really got his hands full tonight with Overmars, hasn't he?
Yeah, I think maybe in the first 10 minutes, you know, a couple of times, yeah, but I mean, he's got back into the game, and I think he's got the measure of the lad now, and he was unlucky not to get his name on the score sheet.
I was going to say that. I mean, England have made all sorts of chances. It's an incredibly open game for a match of this importance.
Yeah, I mean, they're playing with 2 wide men, which that's where their ball goes when we get it, and sort of we're hoping to maybe get it wide into the channels for the likes of Shearer and Merson to maybe drag their centre halves out and expose them a little bit.
Stuart, how important do you feel the first goal here is going to be?
I think the first goal, whoever gets their noses in front first, possibly could be on the plane to America. That's how important it is to get your nose in front tonight, I believe.
Absolutely. As the teams come out past us here, it must be very, very frustrating for you not to be playing it tonight, because I know it was a very close thing.
Yeah, of course it is, but on nights like tonight, there's only 11 people that matter, and that's the 11 wearing an England shirt. That's all that matters.
Confident for the second half?
Yeah, why not? I think we've done well in the first half.
Stuart, thanks very much for joining us. Appreciate it a lot.
My pleasure.
Thanks, Stuart. Thanks, Jim. Still with me, Ray Wilkins and Trevor Francis. Before the second half kicks off, lads, let's have a quick look at that offside goal.
Certainly, I think it was De Boer that cut in on his right foot. There's Rijkaard making that running. As the ball's played, there's no way on God's earth that Frank Rijkaard is offside. Here he goes, he meets it perfectly on the volley, and they should have put the Dutch 1-0 in front. We're very fortunate there.
Ray, Trevor, sorry, we haven't got time to hear from you because the second half is about to get underway. Let's rejoin your commentators, Ron Atkinson. But first, here's Brian Moore.
Thank you again, Matthew. Roy picks up Bergkamp, picks up De Boer, picks up Bergkamp again. No, Tony Adams is there that time. That's mine, he said. Shearer. Sinton. Can Platt get there first? Platt can get there first for England. That's got to be a penalty. Penalty given for England. The Dutch are claiming outside. The referee looked hard at the linesman. The linesman said inside. No. Has he given a penalty? A yellow card has gone to Donald Koeman. I think he's changed his mind. He's changed his mind and given a free kick outside.
Brian, is that not a sending off offence under the rules of the game?
Absolutely. Let's just determine first, though. That's got to be, hasn't it? I mean, he's through with a clear goal-scoring opportunity. Red card. He's given a yellow.
More important, has he not get...
No, he's given a free kick, I think, Ron. I think he's given a free kick. Graham Taylor can't believe it. He's being shepherded back.
Well, the linesmen have played an important part in this game, haven't they? And to be fair, the linesman there, he's dead in line. He actually should have taken the onus off the referee there. But you then saw, I mean, Dave...
Probably right. He's probably right. Actually, it was outside. If it was a foul, it was outside. Was it a foul?
Pallister gets the first lunge. In actual fact, the second touch is the touch on the ball.
But make no mistake about it, we're not yet out of the wood, because Ronald Koeman is up behind this one, and what an iron it would be if he scored with this when he really should have been off the field. Koeman with the free kick for Holland. A vital moment as two sides look for a place in the World Cup finals. The first goal could be so vital. Is that wall lined up? Can Seaman get a side of it? Koeman with a shot, charged down by Ince. Bergkamp tries to get it in. I think possibly Ince will get a yellow card because he got within 10 yards, so Koeman gets a reprieve for the second time and gets another free kick. Ron?
As a manager, you think that's brilliant defending from Ince. Ince is the charger. Ince has come out and blocked the shot out, full of bravery. Now he's been punished for it.
So come on, England, let's see if we can hold it out again. Again, it's Ronald Koeman. Again, the problem is there. Again, it's a critical moment. He's going to flip one now. He's going to flip one. He's going to flip one, and it's in!
Execution. I do feel David Seaman's left him an awful lot here. We were nominating that from here, weren't we, Brian, before he didn't take in the kick. But he'd left him acres to go for. Changed his technique. He's had the blaster, which has been charged down.
And a cruel, cruel, cruel injustice to England. Ronald Koeman should have been off the field. And David Platt, in fact, I lost it somewhere in flight. We think it's Merson who might well be coming off, an Arsenal man for an Arsenal man.
I just wonder whether he might be tempted to push Merson onto the left-hand side, you know. Keep Shearer on, who's playing quite well.
We think it might be Merson coming off, Ron.
Definitely. Just wonder whether he may have done, though, because Merson...
Oh, this is trouble now. It's there by Bergkamp. 2-0. Off the bench, and that was just beyond the reach of the diving David Seaman, who just pulled off 2 incredible saves in the minute before it, but couldn't do anything about this one. And Bergkamp, whose form has been so poor for Inter Milan, certainly rediscovered the touch there.
But you see a long ball, no real danger from the long ball, and yet Gary Pallister's allowed